Mutant kind, evolve and become your best self so you may win in this game we call survival. The mutants are scattered and vulnerable. I must crush them at their weakest. The 1990s. Anyways, guys, what is up? Welcome back. We got the new update, first impressions reaction. And I'll kick it off with the characters because unlike the previous update where Gore, Odin, and Valkyrie were all pretty much highly meta, this time around we have a bit of a different story. So leading off the pack, we do have Magneto, who is like just a flat 10 to 20% better than he was before. So this is a nice upgrade. And for those of you that didn't have Krakoan Winter, this is your Krakoan Summer. This is Luna coming out of paywall hell. This is Giannis to the heat. This is really a big upgrade. So if you have any hesitation, I want to squash and quash that right now. If you were rocking House of X or for some reason something worse, you gotta go out and get this one. This is a massive upgrade for him. Visually, cooler looking skills, V-pad, and he hits like a truck. So that's no doubt there. After Magneto, it's not quite so clear cut. So unfortunately, the guy that I chose to, you know, call it a cosplay as, needs some help. We did have a campaign for hashtag Buff Apocalypse a couple of years back with the Heralds of Apocalypse uniform, and we may be back there again, unfortunately. He seems like he's just a little bit too weak for both PvE and PvP. And this is comparing him to Strife and others that he would be compared to as a native tier 2. The only difference being he doesn't have a seasonal uniform. Now, if it's a seasonal uniform, if that's what it takes, unfortunate. But yeah, even with maxed out, you know, Brilly CTPs, I'm not really impressed with his performance in either PvE or PvP. We did pretty extensive testing. Not pretty extensive. We did like semi-extensive testing. And yeah, he just seems like he's just a little bit short. He's not far. He's like 10, 15% off. But that's for me, which is a pretty high-end account. For more, you know, lower-end accounts or for people who are casual, I think you might be disappointed with Apocalypse, unfortunately. And then Jubilee and Morph, pretty straightforward. They're supports. So that's what they're going to do. They're going to support. I think Jubilee has surprisingly decent damage once you get her to tier 4. You do need to splash in her second skill. It actually does a pretty spicy amount of damage. So don't forget it in your rotation. Because she has double delay on 3 and 4, you can't really proc with her, so she's not really proc friendly. But at the end of the day, she is still mostly a support. Remember, her support is here with Light of the X-Men, and on her uniform, I forgot that she has this additional line. So she actually has a lot of PvP support buffs for mutants. But it's just going to be finding the spot to pick her, right? And where you're going to use her, because with a lot of mutants, you could use Colossus, you can use Silver Samurai. So she may end up falling down the ladder anyways. And then Morph, I don't actually know where Morph is going to get much use, because in ABX and ABL, most of the stages where you can use Morph require you to use male or female characters. And Morph is neither male nor female. So they doesn't appear, right? They don't appear. So I'm not really sure. I guess World Boss, I guess. We need more, basically, we need more PvE content that speaks to tier 4 only type characters, which obviously Morph wouldn't be applicable for right now, but at least it would give you the sense of like, oh, if I build him up, that's where I can use him later. However, that's not really what everybody's interested in. What everybody's interested in is this really funny bug in the growth bonus mission where all of the rewards stack on top of each other and it looks really funny. No, I'm kidding, but this is a bug. There are other bugs as well. Some people are reporting that when they log out of the game, they can't log back in. When they close the game or they crash, they can't log back in. Some people are reporting something called an iOS problem, an iOS bug. I don't know, but it is affecting a certain number of players, so I did want to bring it up and bring it to the attention of the developers in case it is something that they can look into and possibly fix. On the flip side, on the hype side, everybody's talking about Shadowland. I could not tell you how happy it made me to see so many people. It was annoying at a point, you know, but it was so nice to see so many people talking about Shadowland, asking about Shadowland, theory crafting. It was really, really great. And 3RL brought it up in the live stream yesterday about the theory crafting, or 2 days ago. And I totally agree. I think theory crafting is like one of the best parts of the game, and it's one of the most fun parts of the game. For those of you that are wondering, I don't believe they reset Shadowland, so if you've already done it, you don't have to do it again, which is nice. But if you haven't done it, you should still go and do it and climb and get your tokens. Regular Shadowland is the same. You can still climb up to whatever stage you want, whether it's 35 or 60 or 100 or 200. You can still get your first clear rewards. None of that has changed. What has been added is the challenge mode, and this is really cool. Right now I'm on stage 24, and I'm really petitioning the devs, really putting out a plea to the devs to allow us to go back and replay old stages that we've beaten, because I almost want to tell you to take this game mode, take this content as slow as possible. Once you beat it, there's nothing else. There's just 30 set stages that are the same for everybody, and that's it. They don't repeat after from 31 to 60. There's no infinite mode. It's just 1 to 30. They're really cool stages. They're very bespoke. They're unique. It's amazing. Like, I love that. This is some of the best content. This is some of the best PvE content in the game, and I'm including World Boss. This content is truly like value. Like, this is 2026 content. The devs completely crushed it. They knocked it out of the park. Mega home run. However, it is a bit sad that I can't replay any of the old stages. I can't show you the lizard stage and what tech you should use on that stage. I can't show you, stage 2. I can't show you any of these stages that people struggle with. The stage 11 with Mephisto versus Green Goblin. There's a bunch of really cool stages that I would love to go back and see. So I highly, highly recommend that the devs consider allowing players to go back. They could even reset this. Like, ideally, they would reset challenge mode every month or every 2 months, and they would tweak some of the rewards. I think the rewards right now are too good. I shouldn't have pressed that. But I think the rewards right now are too good to just refresh as is. But they could have these normal first clear rewards, and then they could have toned down rewards for the reset. Or maybe you could have players pay crystals. Like, I would easily beat this, and then in a couple months, I would pay 1,000 or 2,000 or 3,000 crystals to refresh this with lower rewards and do it all over again. It's that much fun. And so I think this is the bulk of the update, both in terms of the rewards that you can get and also aspirationally. If you're stuck on a stage because you haven't built up Ares tier 4 or Bullseye tier 4 or Kang or something like that, you have a very good reason now to do so. Because, yeah, maybe you're stuck on floor 4 and you're like, yeah, I don't really give a shit about 500 CCF, Alex. That's true. And I wouldn't say just for floor 4 should you build up a character. But if you can then beat floor 5, floor 6, floor 7, that's a mega mythic uniform ticket, bro. That's a 4-star artifact selector, 3-star artifact selector. That's 300 crystals. The rewards do get good. They get quite good. That's a tier 4 ticket, right? So I'm going to show you guys stage 25 here. This is Supervillain Weapon Master against Moon Knight. And the battle tip, which sounds super cool, is that when the moon rises, when the moon haunts you, Moon Knight will take reduced damage. And then when the moon doesn't haunt him and he's in the darkness, he takes increased damage. So there's a whole decrease-increase mechanic. Wait till you get to the slapstick stage. Genuinely cinema. So we're going to use Ares here. We're going to use double support, and we're going to jump in, and we're going to see what... I've never played this before, but to this point, all of the stages have been cinema. The Black Widow stage was just absolutely cinema. My name is Mark Spector, the Fist of Khonshu. So right now he's going to take reduced damage. He's going to ignore damage by 98% because the moon is haunting him. The moon is also haunting us. Again, this looks sick. This looks cinema. I'm going to wait to see. I think the moon... Oh, the moon is moving from... It's like it's moving in the sky from one phase to another. The moon's going away. He's weakening. Find Moon Knight in the darkness. Oh, bro. Where is he? Oh, here he is. All right, you got to pop off now. Pop off, King. Pop off, King. do a bunch of burst damage. Hell yeah. All right. Basically, almost kill him. Basically, almost one-shotted him. Sweet ass. Now I can switch. Like, this is so cool. The moon's haunting him. He's doing this big attack. I'm dodging, right? You're gonna try to chase. This is so cool. This is so cool. Like, this is what the game should be, bro. We need, like, inject this into my veins. This is heroin, bro. This is the greatest thing ever. I gotta find him again. Here he is. Oh, here he is in this corner. What up, dog? Where you at? Where the hell is he? Did I not find? Oh, there he is. I thought I lost him. Anyways, this is incredible. I love this. I would do this just for the 250 tokens. I'm dead ass. I would pay 1,000 crystals to refresh this and only get the tokens. This is incredible. It's so fun. I want to try with a different team now. I want to try with Bullseye. I want to try it with Wong. I want to, I want to mess around. It's fun. It's so bespoke and so fun. And we only get to play it once. That's literally the only downside of the new Shadowland, is that we only get to play each stage once. I wish I had 10, I wish I had 10 hands so I could give it 10 thumbs up. You know what I'm saying? Stage 25, a lot of people struggled with this one as well. Namor, Blast Human Female. Namor uses Talokan water bombs and the power of the Krakens. So I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to clear this whole one. I'll just show you a little bit of what it looks like. But I would probably use a team like this, or you actually don't really, well, you can use Wasp for whatever buff you have on her if you have an CTP and the HP, or you'd probably be better off using Valeria. Yeah, that's probably way better with Invisible Man. I think a lot of people forget about Valeria, but let's see. Okay, so he's splashing around. It's also very funny thematically to be using Invisible Woman. So I think he's buffed right now because he's underwater. Oh, why did I switch? Okay, he's iframing. A lot of iframes. Okay, getting some damage in. Don't want to use don't want to use Loki ideally, but I'm just doing a bit of a showcase here. Interesting. He does iframe. Oh, bubbles. Okay, there you go. So maybe you need to dodge these bubbles, otherwise you take a bunch of damage and it buffs him as well. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I gotta play the stage more carefully and look at what's going on and really figure out. But it's so fun, dude. This is so fun. This is peak MFF. This is peak MFF. Taste the wrath of the Submariner. Holocom's water bombs are falling. Okay. Water bombs can be destroyed by attacking them. Okay, we kind of painted ourselves into a corner here, but gotta pop off. Oh, movement speed immunity. What is that? Oh, we got... I haven't seen that joystick pop up in ages, bro. That's the Mephisto joystick pop up. This is so sick. Yeah, I just gotta get a better striker, man. I'm running out of time here. This He's got 30 bars and we got less than a minute and a half. So I'm not dealing enough damage right now. You probably have to just time your burst damage to when he has a window of opportunity. Because that was just 7 bars there. He's launching a Kraken attack now. Like, this looks so sick. You know, how could you not be hyped for this? This is so sick. Yeah, it seems like I could maybe still do this, but it seems like you gotta dodge, and then when he's not attacking, you gotta burst him down. Get some quicker. Oh, I died. Anyways, boys, that is my first reaction, my first impression to this update. I think the characters and the uniforms might be a little bit underwhelming, but the Shadowland content is outstanding. And so I'll have a full guide on the Shadowland to come. We'll go through the stages that I have left, 25 to 30. Fingers crossed, hopefully the devs do allow us to replay the stages. If you do want to see that, let them know on social media, Facebook, forums, in the comment section of this video, Twitter, etc. But yeah, hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know what you think of this update so far. Thank you so much for watching the video. Smash that like button if you enjoyed the content, and I'll see you in the next one. Build a new world.